Hello everyone and welcome back to another GTA Online guide, where in this video we're going to be taking a look at the safe house in the hills. Well, where do I begin? I suppose like everything else, we begin with the price. Now, assuming you did the missions that you could do before now, which gave you a $2 million discount, mansions will cost just over $10 million for the base property alone, which at first sounds like a pretty good deal. But when you begin to add everything on, like the decor and the extras, with everything you're looking at, who would have that as a wallpaper? What the? You're pretty much going to be paying around $15 to $18 million with everything included, which still isn't bad in my opinion, until you realize that you can actually buy all three mansions, so pretty much triple what you pay for one mansion, and you can own quite a lot of stuff, especially cars, which we'll get to later on. Now, you get three choices of the AI avatar thingy for the mansion, which is like the voice, which also becomes your contact. And initially I chose the angel voice because I thought it was funny, but holy hell did it wear off faster than a nutsack on a treadmill with sandpaper on it.
Congratulations, buyer. Welcome to one of the most desirable properties in southern San Andreas. You've also got me, Angel, your AI assistant, to make sure you have everything you need. Can I call you Daddy? Let me know if you need anything to unwind. White noise, brown noise, a kind of mauve noise, maybe? What can I do for you, Daddy?
Yeah, I got tired of the voice saying, "Oh, Daddy. Oh, can I call you Daddy? Oh, have a good time at the spa, Daddy. Oh." Yeah, I just changed it to this guy. It's much nicer.
How do you do, sir? I am Haviland.
Thank Christ it's free to do so. So, where do we begin? I guess we start with the cutscene that played almost to the end, only for me to magically get kicked out of the property for some reason, forcing me to have to watch the unskippable cutscene a second time. For Christ's sakes, man, we waited 13 years, Rockstar. And for Christ's sake, Kevin Spacey's back. Go away! I hate this character. Why do I hate this character for some reason? I think it's because of his stupid shoes. I hate his friggin' shoes. Right, okay, the mansions are actually legit huge. Like, they don't look big from the outside, but there is a total of 5 floors to this whole place. Hot damn. Starting from the top, going to the bottom, you start off with the helipad, which is also where you can do yoga. You have the upper floor of the main interior, a lower floor, an underground area where the armory, dance floor and the first floor of the garage is found, and then you finally have a second garage floor. Hot damn. Yeah, this property is friggin' massive, probably even larger than the Doomsday Bunker, maybe? I guess in floor space it's probably not as big, but there's certainly a lot more crammed in than Doomsday Bunker, that's for sure. And holy hell, I got lost a lot of the time while exploring the mansion. It's pretty fun just getting lost in this whole place. You feel like you're in a holiday villa than an actual house. Anyways, to sum up the mansion as a whole, it's exactly what I thought it would be. It's a closed instance disguised as the overworld. You pull up to your private mansion alongside up to 28 other people who also happen to have the same mansion. You load in and you feel like you're in an overworld, but of course, you can't use weapons, you can't jump, and you can't do a lot of other overworld things. The mansion allows you to do anything you want, except play on the piano. We waited 13 years, we gotta play the friggin' piano! I guess the best way to go over everything that the mansions have to offer is to just go floor by floor, starting with the very top again. It has a helipad, which you can take off and land. You can also do yoga, which is supposed to benefit your character in some way. I guess I'll leave that to another video. But for now, let's move on to the upper floor, which is where you initially spawn after having watched the annoying cutscene with friggin' Kevin Spacey in it. And the first thing that I wanted to do was test the gym equipment, which has gameplay. Yep, it's definitely got gameplay in it. This has got to be the lamest thing ever made, but it's supposed to strengthen your character, so I guess it's good? You have the office, which lets you micromanage your businesses as well as give them a stat buff in production speed-wise, which is nice. The aforementioned piano room, the cigar room. Basically, this is probably the most uninteresting floor of the whole mansion, so it's probably best we go down a floor where everything is much more interesting. Starting off with the car showcase podium platform thingy. You can take any car, move it from the garage, and have it on display in this room by first sending your car to the garage and then pressing the correct button to display it, and what the... okay. I originally wanted to showcase Mr. Chrome on the pedestal, but hey, you know, so I guess I'll just display an ordinary car, which I guess I also like very much. Displaying cars on the pedestal is a bit of a pain. It's cool to have them on display, but it also means if you want to drive it again, you have to first move it off of the pedestal into the garage, and then you can get in the car and then drive away. You can't just get in the car from the pedestal to then drive away, which I guess makes sense logistically wise. But it's a bit of a pain to do that just to drive a car. So if you use a car that you also want to display a lot, I'd recommend just buying a clone of it to have it on display and then have the real car that you want to use to actually use in the overworld. But yeah, it's a bit of a pain regardless. We have the spa, which when used will reduce your mental state. Useless! We have the private tattoo parlor and it's this creepy guy again from the casino. He still looks at you creepy. You've got a bunch of bedrooms, most of which you'll never use unless you like doing cringe roleplays in GTA Online. Let's move down to what is probably the best floor in the mansion. The basement, level 1. You have the armory in which you can do everything that you need with weapons. You can do standard weapons, Mark II weapons, buy ammo for any kind of weapon, yes that includes Mark II. You don't need to go into an Avenger anymore. Hell, you can even buy body armor here. You no longer need to enter an ammunition anymore, it's been obsoleted by your mansion. We have the arcade, which is fully customizable, though it does feel a bit cramped when you have everything in place. I couldn't imagine what this would be like if you had like 10 friends in here, together, beer in hand and Dorito dust in the air. You have the dance floor, which is a thing. And then you have the garage. Holy hell, this thing is huge. It's bigger than Jay Leno's garage. You must be able to fit 100, no 200 cars. You can fit 10. Well, 10 in this one and then 10 in the other, that's it. I guess Americans are just so wide and fat that they can't get their fat asses into their private car collection unless there's a 20-foot gap side by side with the cars. What a glut of a space, but oh well, that's another 60 car slots if you buy all 3 mansions, so get to spending, Scrooge McDucks. There's the vault, which doesn't really do anything at all. I assume it's more for the missions, which I won't really be getting into for this video. And then finally, there is the private car customization station. Very nice. We're not even done yet. There's pets. Pets! They're here! And they suck. Like, they really suck. You buy a pet, give it a name, and that's it. You can't do anything. You can't interact with the pet, you can't take it for a walk, you can't feed it, you can't pet the dog, you can't even look at it funny. All it does is just stand there, getting in the way. What the hell? Why did they put this in the game? This is a huge afterthought. It's like they just thought, hey, players wanted a pet in the game. Let's see, how much time do we have to program this into the game? What was that, 5 minutes? Hold my drink. A rabbit spawned in my pool. That was pretty neat. Outside of the mansion, as previously mentioned, your AI voice avatar thing becomes a contact, which allows you to call in a temporary vehicle to get around. You can get a limo service, which I assume is like the one found in the casino, as well as micromanage your business from the comfort of your own phone. You can do yoga. Yeah, yoga. No doubt about it. Overall, while mansions are on the most part a hodgepodge of useless little things that the player can interact with, it does contain some vitally useful things that people definitely will need. I have yet to take part in the missions of this DLC, so there will undoubtedly be even more to explore with the mansions, and for the price, I think it's pretty good value for what you ultimately get. Let me know what you guys think about the mansions in the comments below, and I will see you in future videos soon.